Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Last video I showed you doing a little horse trading with this 702 1962 tractor. This is going to need a lot of TLC. In preparation for this video, I did a few things. I took the hood off. It wasn't really attached. Took the belt guard off the other side. Got some of the other stuff off the trailer. Took the straps off. Nobody wants to see me unstrap the tractor. I hate when stuff doesn't roll easy, so my next goal is to get two good tires on the front, at least something that'll make it roll easy. That tire over there is got big slices, gashes in it, so it's not going to air up. The two I had on here, both of them have tubes, but one of them, the valve stem is inside the rim, so it's going to be a pain to get that out. The other one held air. I think I have another one somewhere that I can slap on here so I can at least get it to roll. I did have a parts tractor, an 854 that I picked up a little while back, actually from the same guy, I think. I have a deal worked out already for selling that tractor, but I talked to the guy yesterday and said, ask him if I could keep the front axle spindles and steering arms. And he said, yeah, no problem. So we've got a deal going there. So what I'm probably going to do, since both of these spindles are messed up, this one over here is really bad because it's not even the correct one. It's got the arm coming up from the bottom. This one is the correct spindle, but it's been welded on. So I'm going to switch out, and I'm kind of a purist, yes and no, but I want to be able to work on stuff. So I may just swap the whole axle out for right now until I can find the steering arms and good spindles to put back on it. So I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, nobody wants to see me do mindless things, changing tires and all that. I hate when people do that. Spend 5 minutes of their hour video of driving down the road. I just can't stand that. I want to get right to the point. So anyway, what I'm going to do is go get the jack it up, get this wheel off, put the one tire on, and see if I can get another tire somewhere and put on the other side so it'll roll easy. I'll pick you back up when I get that done. Well, I got the tires changed, both of them actually. Had one out back that I could use. The more I look at this tractor, the more things I find wrong with it. But I think this transmission might be good. I don't know yet. Like I said, I haven't been able to do anything because they left. Somebody pulled that out, the shifter out, and lost the set screw in that. Actually, I have several of these new old stock that I keep around just for this very reason. So I'm going to put the gear shift in because I'm hoping this transmission is good. If not, then I have that other one that you saw in the previous video that I can switch out. I just don't want to do all that mess. The other thing I want to do, like I mentioned, is get this seat off. I've put some Lubidube on it, put some Lubidube on the backrest, try to get these two off, and then try to get the one underneath for the seat off because that's what holds this on. And then they put some kind of long jankety thing on the front, as you can tell. So I may have to end up cutting all four of these off, those two and these two. So I'm going to work on that a little bit, try to get that freed up and taken off so I can have better access and to the transmission to see if I can put that gear shift in. And then I don't have a good battery, and all the other batteries that I've got are in tractors that I actually mess around with. So tomorrow I'm going to try to pick up a battery while I'm out and slap that in here and get a 2-prong key. I know I got one of those laying around, and see if we can get this thing to turn over. The janked up throttle cable they put on here, it does work. So I'm pretty happy about that, but the choke does not. So I need to free that choke cable up because that's a rare one and original to the tractor. So those are hard to come by. It's still all attached. I think if I just put some Lubidube on it, I use the Croy oil because it works wonders on stuff. So I'm going to, like I said, try to get this backrest off, get the seat off, maybe even get the spring out, and try to get that gear shift. May pick you back up when I try to put the gear shift in. Well, I got the gear shift in. I got the set screw in down there. It does work. Right now, it is really hard to get in gear. So what I need to do is, I'm sure it has set for a long time and got water in it. So I was able to get it in all 4 gears. So I'm going to, while I'm out today getting the battery, I'm going to get some kerosene and dump in it, and then try to spin the rear end as much as I can with in all 4 gears to help hopefully free up that transmission. Now on these, the secret to getting these in on the round hoods is to go down underneath and up. You can get your hand in between the center console area and the top of the transmission and feed this in. That's the easiest way I've found to get these in. After struggling with it there for a minute with my one hand, I forgot about being able to do that, so I was able to get that in fairly easy. The other thing I've had trouble with, or was trying to figure out, is this 2-prong key, which is one of these. That switch was froze tight, so I put some Croil oil on it, and now you can see it turns. So that's a good thing. I'm just going to keep plugging away at it, but like I said, I'm going to get some. It's actually the next day, so I'm going to go out, get a battery today, get some kerosene, and try to see if we can get this thing to fire maybe later on today or tomorrow. So I did get the seat off. This back bolt came right out. These 2 bolts that were on the backrest came right out, but as Murphy's Law would have it, this bolt was extra long and it would not come out. It just kept, it got down a little bit and then it would just spin in the square part of the carriage bolt, so it would not come out. So I had to use a little slice and dice to get it out, but I know this seat is basically toast. I mean, it is junk, really bad junk, but I'm kind of a hoarder and I hate throwing stuff away, so I don't know what I'll do with it. You know, you really can't use it unless you cut all this out and weld it back in and all that stuff, and I'm not a good welder at all, so that's not going to happen. But I'm going to keep plugging away at it, and I'll pick you back up when I get the battery and the kerosene later today. All right, next day, back out on 702. Stopped by Walmart while I was out today and got a new battery. I did find a battery box end up in my parts cabinet. So I did get the key freed up. So let's give her a little juice and see if we got spark. I went ahead and put the spark tester up here, so you're gonna see first time like I do. Uh-oh. Oh, we got nothing. Got nothing. Well, kind of figured that would happen. So now I'm going to take this cover off, which is our points cover right here. This little guy right here. Take it off. Pick it back up when I get it off. Nobody wants to see me take a cover off. And we'll give the old points a Mordsky flip. If you don't watch Mordsky Repair, cool dude. Does all car stuff. So anyway, pick you back up in a minute. All right, back out here, got the cover off. I actually went ahead and did the Mordsky flip, where you just flip it, see if it does anything. And I took some emery cloth and cleaned it. So now we're gonna try again and see what we got. Still nothing. That might lead me to believe there's a bad coil. So I do have a spare coil. I'm going to switch it out real quick and see what we got. May have to get a coil tomorrow, so we may have to wait another day. Pick it back up. Well, the good news, it runs and runs really good. No knocks, fires right up. I adjusted the carburetor a little bit, fires right up. So I'm going to button up that carburetor. I got to get a new air filter for it, put the points cover back on. The bad news is I got this rear end in the beginning to roll, and got the gear shifter in, got the set screw and all that done. But this little guy right here is not gonna turn at all. Like, it is seized hard, tight. So I do have that other rear end out on the trailer. So I'm going to start taking everything off of this rear end, get this rear end off, get the other rear end in here, because I believe that's why it came with the tractor, is this one is messed up. So I don't know, may end the video here, just simply because it's getting kind of long. I don't like them to be real long, but you know, that big strides, huge strides for that engine to run. So excited about that. I'm going to end it here. Next video will be hopefully driving it around. We'll pick you back up on that one when we get the rear end ready to take off this one, or take off the tractor and get the other one ready to put on, and then we'll get to drive it. But thanks a lot for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good jazz. Appreciate all that. Helps the channel out. I'm not a big YouTuber, so, you know, every little bit helps. But anyway, cool tractor. Great addition to the 7-horse series. Hopefully in the next video I can get all 4 of them out, get them in a line. The 754 does not run yet still. I do have an engine for it, but maybe that will be our next goal, is to get that one out so I can get all 4 of them running and moving and whatnot. I do have to get 2 or 3 batteries still, but yeah. Also, stay tuned. Shortly this week or next week, I may be buying out another dealership, so that's pretty cool. And I may take you along with that one. Anyway, thanks again. Appreciate you watching, and we'll talk to you on the next one. All right, fuel line's back on. Let's see if we can get this carburetor to get her to pop off without starting fluid. No way. Come on, baby. Oh yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Probably need to idle just a little bit, and yeah, that is incredible. Who knows how long this engine's set like that, to be able to pop off and run with just a little bit of effort. So yeah, that's encouraging. Let me do a little adjustment. I'm gonna check the transmission fluid. We might see if we can get her to move back and forth. All right, got gasoline in it. Took this fuel line off here to see if we can see some fuel come out of here when I crank it. So let's see what happens. Oh yeah. Well, fuel pump works. That's good news. Let's see if we can get this back on, and then we'll see if we can get some fuel up to the carburetor. All right. I had to take a few days off from this. I was getting frustrated. I put the other coil on, could not get spark, messed around and messed around. I finally stopped and moved on to a few other things so I could stop being so mad about it. I did replace the fuel line, put new fuel line, new fuel filter, new shutoff valve underneath there, new clamps. I despise these little things. The Bull glass bowls that came with these tractors. I've never been able to get one to seal except for my 701. I got the seat on. I went to Menards, bought some bigger carriage bolts. The shortest ones they have were still really long, so a buddy of mine cut 5 of them down for me just so I'll have them for future. And then I went back. Oh, the other thing I did was I think it's going to clean up pretty nice because, as you can tell here, from here back, I used steel wool, 4/0 steel wool, and just cleaned it up real quick. And as you can tell, it'll clean up pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with that. Then I came back out, and as you might be able to see, that wire in the center was off. So I'm glad I took a step back, because that completes the circuit for the voltmeter, which I don't have a clue if it works, but it still completes the circuit. So I put that on, and I'm hoping now we have spark. You'll see for the first time like I do. So I'm going to turn this key switch and move over here a little bit. Turn the key switch on and see if we got spark. Oh yeah. Oh, we got good spark. We got good spark. Okay. Well, now let's shoot some starting fluid in it and see if we can get her to pop off. I just happen to have them right here, so we'll give her some juice. See what happens. Oh! Ah, look at that. She popped right off. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. That is exciting. So now I need to put some gas in it and see if we can see if the fuel pump works, because the next stage from here would see if the fuel pump works and if the carburetor's good. Like I said previously, this works, so I can give it throttle. But yeah, let me put some fuel in it, gas in it, and see if we can get it to pump. For some reason, they put this weird line on this side. Usually that just comes up and right in. It's still a hard copper line, but I don't know what they were thinking here and why you would change that. But nonetheless, think I can loosen it and see if it'll pump some fuel out. If it pumps fuel, then we're good. Just got to check on the carburetor. So I'll pick you back up when I get some gas in it, get the spark tester off, and we'll go from there.